What's going on, guys? So OMIGHTY back at again with the weekly skins videos, and as we can see, we've actually got some absolutely skits looking skins this week. We've got some continuations of the Doodle set, Blackout set, Toxic set, and the No Mercy set. We've got the new Meteorite tools. We have the Underworld AR, which looks pretty cool, and the Spacesuit is back in again. Plus, we also have another door that's hidden away because it's not on the top sellers page, and that is the Eagle sheet metal door. So we'll get started off with the clothing. And I actually haven't covered any jacket skins, I don't think. I don't think there's been a jacket skin since I started making these videos. But this Blackout Jacket skin definitely will have high demand. So it's going for $1.45, which is the standard store price. And overall, I do think that it is a skits looking skin. Some people aren't a massive fan of Blackout because they just think it's a black set. But overall, doesn't matter. I do still think that the Blackout Jacket is going to perform very well. The demand for Blackout gear is always going to be high. The only problem is obviously the supply for Blackout gear is also high, but it's also quite strange. I wasn't expecting this, but the Blackout Jacket is currently 4th on the top sellers and the AK is number 1. I was expecting it either to be the Blackout Jacket or the No Mercy at number 1, but clearly it is not. So overall, I do think the Blackout Jacket is going to be a safer investment for this week, and I really doubt that another jacket skin is going to get accepted anytime soon. So jacket skin going for standard store price of $1.45, I do definitely think is going to be a safe investment and should make you some easy stonks for this week. So for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Blackout Jacket for this week. Alrighty guys, moving over to the No Mercy metal gear. So we've got the No Mercy Chestplate and the Facemask. And there was actually 2 versions of the metal face mask. One had the face, which was like a skull looking thing, and had like a skull teeth. And the other one was this one that we can see now that just has the smooth finish with no mouth. And overall, I actually do like this one a lot better compared to the skull one. I just wasn't a massive fan of that one. And these are going for $2.90. Overall, I'm actually quite happy that the No Mercy set got complete. I personally didn't think it needed to because the glory definitely matches it very well. And I also do think that this is going to slightly impact the prices of glory. It's probably already gone down a little bit, and I already did check to see, and the No Mercy kilt has gone up indeed. So $2.90, that is a problem because they are above standard store price compared to usual Metal Gear sets, but it is the No Mercy set, and the No Mercy set definitely has a very high demand. So overall, as a medium to long-term investment, even a medium-term investment, I do think that the No Mercy set, metal chestplate and helmet are definitely going to be good investments, even though they're $2.90 each. I do think that the demand is going to be there, and overall, I will recommend investing in both of these items because I do think that they are definitely a good continuation, and I also do think they're going to be the final 2 items of the No Mercy set to actually be added to the game. So overall, for that reason, I will recommend investing in the No Mercy set for this week because I do think that both items are going to be safe investments and will make you some easy money, especially as long-term items. Righty, moving over to some interesting looking skins. We've got the Meteorite, Hatchet, and Pick. I'm assuming these are added because of the Spacesuit. But overall, they really give me like the whole cobalt themed vibes going on with the colors of the handles. And obviously it's got the meteorites on the actual metal tool parts of the hatchet and pick. And overall, I do think that these are pretty unique looking tools and are $2.90, which is standard store price for weapons and tools usually. So overall, I do think that these are pretty unique looking tools, although I don't think that the demand is really going to be there for them, just because there's nothing to stand out about them in my opinion. And I personally also do think that the hatchet and the pick both have better looking skins that are below $2.90 on the community market already. So I do think that there isn't really going to be that high of a demand for these skins once they go to the community market. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Meteorite, Hatchet, or Pickaxe for this week. Although if you do want to invest in it, then I would recommend getting the Pickaxe over the Hatchet, just because they do usually outperform the hatchets due to them usually getting sold less than the hatchets on the Rust Item store. And so obviously that means the quantity is going to be lower on the community market usually for the pickaxes. So if you're going to invest in either, I'd recommend getting the pickaxe over the hatchet. But overall, I wouldn't recommend investing in the Meteorite toolset for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the Edgelord AK, also known as the Underworld AR. So this is going for $5.75, and this is every edgy teenager's dream AK skin by the looks of it. It's got a dragon on it, it's got some fire on it, it's got some demonic symbols on it. I'm not sure if they glow, they probably do. You guys probably won't be seeing that right now because I never change it to nighttime in this new view thing that I do. But overall, $5.75, that is pretty expensive for a AK skin in my opinion. There is some nice looking AK skins below that price, and there's also quite a lot of AK skins below that price. Overall though, I do still think that there's definitely going to be demand for this edgy cringe skin, and just because it doesn't suit my taste doesn't mean it doesn't suit everyone else that plays this game's taste. Overall, I do think that there's going to be a lot of people that love this AK skin, and the demand definitely is going to be there once it leaves the Rust Item store and comes to the community market. Currently, it is the top seller, and I'm sure it's the top seller for a reason. Also, it is the most expensive item on this new Rust Item store, obviously besides the Spacesuit that was out last week and this week. And what I'll say for this AR is, if you do have enough money to be spending on this Underworld AR, I will recommend investing in it. Although if you do have a smaller Steam wallet, then I will not recommend investing in the Underworld AR for this week. I do think it's going to be a medium-term investment, so not long-term, not short-term, medium-term, but I still will not recommend investing in it because I do think there's better skins for you to be flipping this week if you do have a smaller Steam wallet. So overall, for the people that have probably more than $20 say on their Steam wallet, I will recommend investing in the Underworld AR. Although for the people that don't, I will not recommend investing in the Underworld AR for this week. But overall, it is definitely a high detailed, well-made AR skin, even though I was roasting it at the start. I do think that whoever the skin creator is did a really good job with it. And even though that it doesn't suit my personal taste, I am still going to buy the Underworld AR for myself because I do think that it is worth buying and supporting the skin creator, because this definitely is a really well-made skin, and you can see that they've put a lot of time into it. Right, I'm moving over to the Doodle large wooden box. This is going for $2.15, a continuation of the Doodle set. Overall, I do think this is a pretty unique, cool looking large wooden box skin. This actually is quite a simple design, and you don't really see that too often on the large wooden box skins. They're usually real fancy looking, there's a lot going on. But overall, the Doodle box is, in my opinion, quite a unique looking skin and should be a relatively safe investment as well. Only going for $2.15, which is standard store price. I do think that it's going to be a safe investment picking up the Doodle large wooden box for this week. And so for that reason, I will recommend investing in the Doodle large wooden box for this week. Right, moving over to the Eagle sheet metal door. So this is a skin that a lot of people are probably going to miss this week just because it isn't on the top sellers page. And to be honest, I doubt it will be on the top sellers page, but this is going for standard store price of $2.15. I don't think this is going to get oversaturated at all, although I don't think there's going to be a crazy high demand for this once it leaves the Rust Item store and goes to the community market as well. So overall, there is definitely a chance of it going above $2.15 because that's the standard store price. But I do still think it's going to be a longer term investment just because the demand for it probably really isn't going to be there. In my opinion, it's not really a crazy standout skin. It is well made, but it is a little bland and there isn't too much color. So that isn't going to draw in the average Rust skin player, in my opinion. So for that reason, I won't recommend investing in the Eagle sheet metal door. And if you do, just know it is going to be a longer term investment. Going for $2.15. It should still be a safe investment, but I don't think it's going to be a short-term thing. And overall, I do think there is better skins to be investing in for this week. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Eagle sheet metal door for this week. Just quickly, I'm sure you guys will probably notice, but I am skipping the Spacesuit for this week. If you do want to listen to my thoughts about the Spacesuit, watch last week's video. I am pretty sure I mentioned that it was most likely going to be out for 2 weeks in last week's video, but I was correct if I did mention that in last week's video. It is obviously out for 2 weeks. It is currently out right now this week as well. And so for that reason, it is going to obviously increase the quantity of how many are going to be on the community market once it leaves the Rust Item store, but I still do think it's going to be a good long-term investment. So moving over to the Toxic Locker, this is going for $2.90. Overall, I do think that this is definitely going to be a safe investment. We don't really get locker skins accepted into the game that often at all. In fact, it's been quite a long time since we did get the last locker skin accepted. I'm pretty sure the cheapest locker skin is also like $4 or something like that. So overall, the Toxic Locker should definitely be a safe investment. Although the demand for locker skins isn't that high, so if it gets oversaturated, it's not going to be the best thing for it. It's going for $2.90, which is the standard store price for locker skins usually. and it also does have glowing on it, so that is going to increase its chances of going above that $2.90. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Toxic Locker for this week, and I definitely do like this skin. So overall, I will recommend investing in it for this week. Righto guys, so this is my cart for this week. I'm not actually getting everything for once, so I didn't get the tools. I also didn't get the door. Pretty sure that's it. So as if I'm forgetting a skin, I'm pretty sure that's it though. So I'm getting one of everything else, getting a couple of some of the other things like the No Mercy stuff, the Blackout hoodie, the No Mercy stuff again, and the Toxic Locker. That's going to cost me $32.55. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?